Alright, hello everyone. We are back here, another tutorial. And what I recommend for this is, either the gear ball that they just put out or the Berserkers is what I recommend for you guys for this hole. And, if you have to use a Titan, obviously, you can still get away with doing what I'm going to try to do, but you're going to be much shorter trying it. And you might also clip the rough trying to go to the other side, but it's something that you can probably get away with. So, I really do highly recommend that you guys do, if you've been saving up some of those Berserkers, this is the one instance that you're going to want it on this course. Because it might directly lead to a stroke up. You might not get the eagle any other way. So that's one of the reasons that you want to be very stingy with the way that you use Berserkers, especially if you don't spend a lot or do golden shot rewards very often. You want to keep these special balls for pretty much tournament situations in those cases. But of course, if you have plenty, then you're free to kind of do whatever you want. But what I do recommend is at least keeping some around for opportunities like this. And what I'll usually do with my power here is I'll kind of maybe go plus 30, plus 35, somewhere in there, just to kind of get an idea of the landing zone. So 2.5 rings down. This is kind of the wind that I'm going to start to consider taking off some power. It's very, very close because I'm worried about it kind of landing right in here. And this is where I'm aiming. I'm aiming off the right of my bullseye here as my target. And then from this point, I'm just going to go here, which is 5 rings, and then go another 3 rings on top of that. So it was basically 8 rings total that I went for the adjustment, and you can see how close that it does land to the top there, but it's still good. And here you can see with the rollout that I get, we're going to be down here very far, give ourselves a very good reasonable chance to be able to get to the green in 2 very easily. And I barely need power when I drive it that far. So it is something that hopefully you guys also have success with. Otherwise, a Titan is possible to do that, but you might need to, cheat the aim in a little bit, not quite go for as much hook because it won't be in the air as long. So you would kind of change the way that you line the adjustment up, but you could probably make it work. You just wouldn't be this far. And you can see with how far I am, it's going to make my life a lot easier. So what I'll usually do is use about 1 back spin, and also use all that left spin that I can get. What that allows me to do is get as little aggressive as I possibly can. And let me just set up my wood here real quick just so I can see what I'm looking at. 1.2 rings down. So here's full overpower. I don't want to go full overpower, but I also want to just kind of get aligned here and figure out how much power I do want to use. And I'm going to try to go maybe this much. And oh, the great ball. That great ball might actually end up costing me. It looks like I'm okay. But you can see how aggressive that did get with that power. So it is something that you got to be a little careful of, is those great balls. You can see that great ball pushed it very close to that rough edge. So I could have just as easily clipped that there. You really want to avoid that great ball. If you're going to do a great ball, make it a great ball right, because it'll keep it away from the rough. But there you can see, no harm done there. And we'll just be on the back of the green. Had I hit perfect ball, that ball might have went towards the hole, had a chance to get an albatross. So let's take a look at this pitch here. And one of the things that I'll do, up this hill, is I'll usually just try to run it into the pin a little bit, especially with, lesser ball guides. I don't want to, trust my ball guide or rely on that too much. So you'll see that I'll just kind of gently try to run it into the pin instead of, getting very aggressive and trying to do a top spin. It can be a little risky up a hill. Plus, without much ball guide, you never know if it's actually going to take that course or not. But in any regard, you know, good luck with your guys' rounds. Let me know how it goes, and hopefully, you know, that approach works for you as well for the 9th hole. Good luck.